Today's April 11th of 2014. I'm bringing you the full moon in Libra that'll occur April 15th, 3:43 a.m. East Coast time of 2014. Now, the full moon will occur at 25 degrees of Libra. Libra is also hosting the eclipse points. The North Node is in Libra at 28 degrees, and Mars is in Libra at 16 degrees at this time. Libra is the ruler of the seventh house in astrology, which is what I call the not self house or the partnership house. It's opposite the first house, and the first house is of self. So the seventh house is where we become aware in our surroundings, in our world, of that the world is not just us. It's more than us, and we can learn through others, from others, and about the world itself, but also about our value. So that's what we want to do here in this full moon. We want to do it every time a planet goes through or transits the sign of Libra, especially on a full moon, especially on an eclipse. These eclipses are running 19-year segments, so this is the beginning of the eclipse series in Libra Aries. So I want you to go back 19 years, so go back to 94, 95, 96. Same things are occurring. I want you to open to just what you've surrounded yourself with. I've had a lot of people talking about who they're with. Should they be with them? Should they not be with them? I've had a lot of people talk about opportunities of things to happen in their world where somebody comes into their life or an event happens. Pay attention to all this because it's action time. Whenever we deal with a cardinal sign, which we are in all four of them, but I'm dealing with Libra right now, we must take action, and this is in the house where we have to become aware of our surroundings. What happens here is that we become so much more through the teachings and understanding and the dealings with others and events that happen that they just can alter us forever. And this is a huge opportunity here. As this eclipse is the universe's way of saying you're ready. It's time. Let's go. Take that. Take the eclipse, and just know that the universe knows better than us. A lot of times when eclipses occur tight like this, and they're a total eclipse, the universe is seeing that we're ready, but we're stagnant. So it's coming into our life to shake us to our core, to break things up and quit having stagnation because we're better than that. And that's what's going on here. So whether you're forming a partnership or really considering the partnership that you're in to a deeper level or breaking up a partnership, all those things are perfectly fine right now. Address them now because this eclipse will free us as we move forward. Now, I've been talking about this Grand Cross the last few times. We're heavy into that right now. There's squares all over the place. Squares are karmic. There's oppositions all over the place. Those are extremes. And there's some conjunctions where two planets are together now, but they may not be getting along, but they're together trying to help us figure things out. In Pluto, in the sign of Capricorn, Pluto's still there. It's at 13 degrees. By sign, it's squaring this eclipse and the moon and Mars in Libra. So it's squaring everything in Libra. Squares are karmic. Pluto's where we destroy to rebuild. It's where things must crumble if they cannot withstand the test of time. In the sign of Capricorn, it's all structures that have been made by man. It's the world itself. It's where we put against the test of time or put against nature what we've done. And remember, 2 cycles of nature wins, and nature always wins. So we're dealing with that now in almost every facet of life. We're having to see just what kind of devastation, what kind of bad or evil that has been done, and we have to address it. Anything that does not withstand the test of time, whether you think it's good or evil, will not make it through this time. This is like a critical awakening right now. That's why you see everything changing. You hear, you see things on the news and you hear things, and then you hear something exactly opposite, and then you hear something even different than that, or with a little twist. That's all by design to keep you from figuring out who you are. See what's going on, hear what's going on, but don't miss the opportunity to run it through your filter. That's what we need to do now. And then with what we've surrounded ourselves with, if you feel anybody's taking and not giving back, you've got to address that. If you don't feel like you're getting energy back or receiving as much as you give, you have to address that for yourself now. This is what the eclipses come to Libra for, to do. We have Mars there, retrograde's been there for a while. It's going to be there another couple of months. We have the sun there. The moon there right now. So it's awakening us and trying to get us to emotionally tie ourselves to what we've done and face it. So take that and do just that. Opposite of that, in Aries, the sign of beginnings, the signs of pioneering, is at this time hosting Uranus, the Sun, and Mercury and the South Node. So we have to go back 9 years ago. What did we do? What was going on? As far as the eclipses go, what did we begin? Now we have to address it. Is it taking us down our path? Have we learned? Do we know? Are we becoming something more because of what we started back 9 years ago? You must face that. If any of those things that you're trying to address and face aren't taking you down a path of more of an understanding, learning, opening to new things, then you must look at that and say, all right, what do I need to change? You got to get the ego in check and start figuring out what needs to be changed in your life. There's change for all of us, so don't think you've done everything right. Don't think you've done everything wrong. Just address it. Uranus is in Aries, helping us to open to the path which we need to go down. That's why the powers to be are changing everything quickly. They think they can take this Uranus and Aries and do something about it. They can if you let them, but hopefully this is really making you address things and it's an extremely powerful time for you to open to that. We have Jupiter in Cancer, which is opposing Pluto, squaring all these planets by sign in Libra and Aries. And Jupiter's trying to remind us of what was good, where we were, what we've been. Jupiter also rules, Cancer always rules food and the ability to love and nurture. So Jupiter's trying to make us aware of those areas of life, of what we knew, who we were, and try to get us to expand on that and open up to what we were and what we could possibly be with taking what we were and applying it to today and then even into the future. Take Jupiter, take this time in Cancer and really address your health, address who you are, who you've been, what you know, why you know what you know, and take Jupiter and let it expand on that. And don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. We need this now. Pluto and Capricorn opposing Jupiter. We're swinging between what's been done, where we've been, where we are today, and then where this can be taken. And with Pluto and Capricorn, all structures that don't withstand the test of time are going to go. So you got to know that. It doesn't mean everything's going, but anything that won't withstand the test of time is going to go. A lot of these things in the last 8 to 10 years that have been introduced aren't going to make it through nature. I can tell you that right now. Pluto's made us face that and see that. You've got to know what's going to withstand the test of time. This is not a simple, we're going to get out of this thing by next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But what this is something that we can really address and figure things out from a perspective that we can start doing something about where we want tomorrow to be. In my opinion, with all these squares and all these oppositions, you're not going to prevent chaos. It's going to be extremely chaotic. But what you can do is if you stay balanced, think of Libra, stay in the middle, don't go to the extremes, try to stay out of that. And that's what everybody's trying to get everybody else to do here, to knock them off course. Stay balanced, stay with what you know. Take this time during this eclipse and during this moment to really figure out what you want and don't get drugged anywhere that's not good for you. Stand up for what you know, stand up for what you believe. You'll like where this can take you. This is a tremendous time for you to deal with who you are and what you are. You're not wrong, you're not bad. You are everything you need. You have all your answers. Take this time and figure that out. Don't fall for somebody else don't fall in somebody else's belief system or idea system. Go with yours, stick up for what you know, and do not be afraid to stand up and raise your hand and question. Too often in the last 8, 10, 15, 20 years, everybody's just followed suit. That's what everybody else is doing. Let's just do that. That's exactly the wrong thing to do now. You must stand up for what you believe in. What you believe in is yours from all that you've worked on, and you're tapping into that now. So know that, own that, change the world that you have surrounded yourself with to be more in line with who you are. Never a better time for this. If you do this, I believe that ease and grace are coming in the not too distant future. Take this time of chaos and face it, own it, fix what you need to fix, but really step into who you are and what you really know and who you really need to be, and own that as well. That's going to be just as important as fixing the mistakes, is also fixing what you know is right and get more on that path. And don't be afraid to stand up for what you know, what you believe. good luck. This is extremely chaotic, and all kinds of events are going to crumble. I do see war picking up. The monetary thing is going to ramp up here finally, and we'll really start to understand that um, there's been a lot of people have been fooled, and they're going to have to face it, or they'll lose it all. So get ready, because this thing is getting ready to be torn apart.